What's up, guys? We got Theo Vaughn versus Senator John Kennedy in this video. And, you know, he asks questions that journalists won't even ask. It's just his brand of Theo Vaughn. It's like an autistic authenticity that he has that's really just endearing. I love this guy. Let's jump into this video.
I think a lot of people, from people that I see all the time, that's the number one thing that people say. They think we're too close to a country that's created a genocide against Palestine, and then is like in conflict with these other people around them. That it seems like they're just like kind of the bullies of the area. You know, it's like it feels like they're the terrorist organization. That's what it seems like to a lot of people.
A lot of people believe that. I'll give you another point of view. The real problem in the Middle East since forever, since God was a baby, the real problem in the Middle East is Iran. And Iran wants to dominate it. And Iran funds Hezbollah and Hamas. Israel is surrounded by people that want to kill them.
Gee, I wonder why that is.
Syria is different today, but Syria, Hezbollah was in control of Lebanon. Hamas, an arm of Iran, was in control of the Gaza Strip. Hamas attacked Israel, and the Israelis fight.
It's funny that he starts from where Hamas attacked Israel. What happened before that, John Kennedy? Tell us what happened before that.
Back. And They took over the Gaza Strip, and yes, a lot of Palestinians got hurt, and
not got hurt. I mean, got killed.
Got killed and hurt, and but Hamas would hold the Gazans hostage. They would put them out front.
But how do we even know that? They killed 220
because
something.
We've seen it.
But they killed 220 something journalists that went there to document what was going on.
There's no question there have been civilian deaths.
They wouldn't let journalists in to even document what was happening there.
There have been civilian deaths, but it is primarily the fault. I'm not saying Israel is blameless. Look, war is ugly.
Yeah, but is this war?
But it is war.
You think it's war?
It is war.
They just had an article yesterday that came out from the UN. If you could find that, it was about, they'd done like a deep dive on the killing of children, right? And some of the massacring of children. Israel continues to commit genocide atrocity crimes by deliberately targeting Palestinian children, UN Independent Commission finds. Even after the October 2025 ceasefire, children continue to be killed and seriously injured, with continued disregard by Israel for the ceasefire and for the protection. Let me see what else here. Here are some findings of the commission. Israel has killed 20,000 children and injured 44,000 more since October 7th, 2023. Let me see. Palestinian children have been arrested and subjected to torture and other severe forms of mistreatment in Israeli prisons. This is all part of, let me see, United Nations.
Well, first, I wouldn't believe it if it came from the UN.
Oh, really? They're not. Do you feel like they're not liable?
They're not. They're not objective.
Sorry, reliable.
They're not objective.
Okay.
They're not.
Yeah, they're not objective. They're not reliable because they don't agree with us and our, Zionist motives. So you can't trust them. You can only trust people who agree with what we're saying. Just putting that out there.
Objective.
Well, that's
number
the thing.
two.
It's tough.
Number two. And I know children got killed, and it breaks your heart. Hamas kills children too. So does Hezbollah. So does Iran. Do you think the Ayatollah doesn't care about the Iranian people? The Persians are some of the most talented people in history.
Mm-hmm.
When they disagree with the Ayatollah, they hang them. They just hang them. And I think, I don't speak for Mr. Carlson, but he says it's not our business. And I guess to some extent he's right, but I'll tell you what is our business. Is letting them get a nuclear weapon. Because if they get a nuclear weapon, these people are like Charlie Manson. They're crazy. I mean, there's really crazy is rare. These people, though, are with the Iranian leadership, it's commonplace. If they get a nuclear weapon, they will use it. Not just on Israel, but on Europe and on us. And even if they don't once they get a nuclear weapon, you will have other countries, Japan, South Korea, other countries, Saudi Arabia, get nuclear weapons as well. And the more people that have nuclear weapons, more likely you are to have war.
Yeah.
But Tucker would probably have another point of view. But I really like Tucker. I think he's really smart.
Oh, yeah.
He just created an entire cartoonish scenario. If Iran gets it, then everyone gets it. Then we all have nuclear weapons. So then how are we supposed to, bully people around if they have nukes?
Yeah, I think Tucker's a neat guy. I mean, from what I know about him, he seems like, I believe that he's earnest, like in his search, I believe that he, I don't know. Yeah, my interactions with him have always been good, It's just that when they kill the reporters who are trying to get honest information, they're killing reporters,
I don't think,
They had an
I don't
American,
think it was intentional, but
they had one that they shot directly in the face, and then at her funeral, they attacked the people who were carrying her. Can you find her name? We just talked about her last.
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional. Which time exactly, John Kennedy? Which time? Because it's happened hundreds of times. It was an accident. It was an accident, you guys. That ambulance that they bombed, the multiple ambulances that they bombed after they double-tapped buildings, made sure, to wait until these ambulances showed up to try to rescue people, and then they bombed the ambulances. Those ambulances that they also were caught burying in the sand multiple times. Which one of those times were the accidents?
Tonight. Sorry to go in all this.
No, it's okay.
But they, at her funeral, they even attacked the people who were giving her funeral. Shireen Abu Akleh was a prominent Palestinian-American journalist who worked as a reporter for 25 years for Al Jazeera before she was killed by Israeli forces while wearing a blue press vest and covering a raid in the Jenin refugee
obviously
camp.
that's terrible.
Yeah.
But here's what you have to understand about the world. And I don't know why this is. If I make it to heaven, I'm going to ask God. But there's some people out there in the world. They're not sick. They're not mixed up. It's not that their mama and daddy didn't love them enough. They just got black hearts.
Yeah.
And some of them run countries. North Korea, Russia, China.
But what are those
Iran?
countries actively doing right now? Like Bibi Netanyahu and the Israeli government is actively, from a lot of people believe, and I believe a lot of voters believe that they're actively have committed a genocide in Palestine, and then they've gone into Beirut, to Lebanon, to Iran. You don't believe they are?
I don't believe that.
Okay.
I believe that Hamas which is an arm of Iran. Hamas dominated Gaza. Hamas attacked Israel. Hamas was hiding behind the Palestinian civilians.
All of them?
All of them. All of them.
Bro, even Theo Von thinks this sounds stupid as hell. Theo Von, who's basically not the smartest guy in the world, he's just an endearing guy you like. But even he realizes that what this dumbass is saying is the dumbest shit he's ever heard. All of them? All of them. This is like a cartoon.
If you didn't obey, if the Palestinian civilians didn't obey Hamas, they would kill them. Okay?
Okay.
Hamas was in complete control.
Mm-hmm.
Israel attacked. When Israel attacked Hamas, many civilians got killed, and it was regrettable. But what are you going to do? Iran was physically hiding behind them. While that happened, Hezbollah from Lebanon, funded by Iran, attacked Israel. And all Israel has done is fought back.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that in the fog of war, there haven't been innocent people killed. They had.
Bro, this motherfucking guy right here, this is just insane to me. All Israel did was defend themselves. That's all they've done. They haven't harmed anyone. They haven't done anything. They were just defending themselves and then accidentally genocided these people. You know what I really want to know is, do these politicians believe what they're saying? Like, do they actually think it's true? Or are they knowingly just lying about this stuff? Because that really would reveal a lot more. Like, Because one of them would be that they're so stupid that they actually believe this. The other one would be that they're so evil that they know what's happening and are intentionally lying about what's happening. Curious to know which one of them it is.
There have been.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. But it's not like
is terrible.
Israel is the bad guy and Hamas and Hezbollah and Iran are the good guys, because they're not. And these weakness invites the wolves. I wish it weren't like that. I wish it weren't. I wish you could sit down and reason with them. But it's like talking to Charlie Manson. He was stone cold crazy.
Yeah.
And these people believe if you don't accept their religion, their form of Islam, then you should die. And they think they're on a mission from God. Now, look, I think that Islam is, if you want to be...
you think that's true? And you would know, I mean, I don't have
I think
I don't have experience
Islam,
in that.
Hindu, your religion is your business. In America, we have freedom of religion. But if my religion told me that I had to kill a bunch of other human beings to advance my religion's call, if Christianity taught that, I couldn't be a Christian.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be heartbreaking.
Yeah. But they really believe that. And that's...
And how do we know that?
Because they've done it.
Theo Von is like trying to lead this guy without being too harsh. You could just tell when somebody's trying to be nice, but like gently lead him to the question that he really wants to ask.
What they did in October, was it October 7th? They raided, they raped, they cut off Israeli people's heads, they kidnapped them. What they've done to American troops in Lebanon.
You forgot the 40 beheaded babies. Put that back in there. Remember how you guys were pushing that narrative for a while?
It's widely known. Look at what they did. They started shooting at the Saudis and the UAE. That's not the good people of Iran. That's their leadership. They're religious zealots.
And didn't we take their Ayatollah out?
We took the first one out. They've replaced him with his son, but he's in hiding.
Dang, bro. And that's nepotism. Yeah. I mean, we got to call that what it is.
Well, nobody really wants to.
Nobody wants the job.
Nobody wants the job, man. Our military is the greatest military in all of human history.
Amen to that, dude.
It's just extraordinary.
We're so lucky, man. I mean, we're just lucky to be in a place where we can at least like think and try and explore ideas and try and learn. And even if we don't know stuff, we can try our best. But wasn't there some evidence that Hamas was funded by Israel, though? Like it was back channeled through Qatar or something? Can you look that up?
Qatar has funneled money to Hamas before.
They're a middleman.
No, we have. I'll be shocked. I'm a United States
money
senator.
from Israel through.
No, I don't believe that.
Yeah,
I just don't believe that.
Maybe
I know
not,
there's
then.
stories, but I just don't believe that because I've been to Israel. I've talked to the Israeli people. They don't want to be at war. But
then why are they at war with everyone? Then it feels like over there.
They're at war with Hezbollah to the north because Hezbollah keeps shooting missiles at them and digging tunnels. And they're terrorists. And they're at war with Hamas because Hamas attacked them.
Yeah.
And until they took out their missiles, kept shooting missiles. And they're at war with Iran because Iran is behind all of it. And I wish we didn't have to do any of this, honest to God. I've talked to President Trump about it. He didn't want to be in conflict with Iran. But we cannot let them have a nuclear weapon. We cannot.
This is a damn cartoon. They were not trying to make a nuke, okay? Maybe they are now. Maybe they started after Trump tore apart the agreement that Obama made, right? Maybe now, after they got bombed so many times when they were trying to negotiate, maybe now they're trying to do that. to claim that this whole thing was about nukes is just absolutely ridiculous, right? First, it was about, oh, we need to protect the citizens of Iran because, they're being oppressed. Then Trump's like, we're going to nuke these people, forget the citizens, they don't matter anymore. The whole thing's changed a million times. But like when you listen to this guy talk, it sounds like listening to a senile old man in like one of these old age homes, these senior citizen living facilities where they're just like telling their life story to somebody that's not really listening. This guy is actually a senator. Yeah. Our government is filled with people like this. It's absolutely mind-boggling. I don't know how much longer America can survive with this type of leadership.
These people are stone cold crazy.
Yeah, I guess it's tough to say. I think when you see like videos and stuff online, it makes you just see like, I don't know, it just makes your heart hurt. Like, there was a report the other day in that UN report that there was like a 14-year-old kid who they shot, and then they just stood around and watched him bleed to death. And when his mother tried to come to him, they just would shoot at her. And then these soldiers just stood around and watched him bleed to death. And it's just kind of heartbreaking.
Well, no, it all breaks your heart. And that's why you don't want to have to go to war. But put yourself in the president's shoes. Our intelligence, here's what our intelligence showed. And I've seen it. It's classified, but I've seen it. Mm-hmm. But I can give you a general outline. Our intelligence showed that Iran was building up its missile capacity, both ballistic and cruise, and they were going to compile so many missiles and drones that they were going to turn to America and Israel and say, we're restarting our nuclear weapons program.
So where did this intelligence come from? Like, where did the United States actually acquire this intelligence from? Could it be from our greatest ally who has, active spies in the Middle East and gives us, our government's admitted on many, many occasions that they give us intelligence on the Middle East. So could it have been that this intelligence about Iran doing all this stuff, building a nuke, increasing their ballistic missile capacity, could it have been, could it have come from a country that had an incentive to actually attack this country, Iran? Could that have happened? I think 100% yes. 100% yes.
And if you try to stop us, we're going to destroy the rest of the Middle East. And by the way, our missiles can now reach London and Paris, and Germany.
And you saw reports that said that?
I've seen the intelligence.
Okay.
And President Trump was faced, well, do I let them continue? He had already bombed some of their nuclear facilities. Yeah. But he was faced with the decision, do I let them get to the point where they have so many missiles and drones, ballistic and cruise, that they could destroy the Middle East, that they could hit London, that they might even be able to hit the United States, or do I go in to stop them? And he did.
Right.
And we haven't destroyed all of their missiles. But if you go to Iran today, their whole swaths of Iran, Theo, they look like something out of Mad Max 4. I mean, we've destroyed the public sector, the private, some big portions of the private sector. Didn't want to do it. It'll take them 20 years to recover. I mean, our military, I'm not going to bubble wrap it. They went in and our military ate them and spit out the bones.
Yeah.
And they are not right now a nuclear threat, but they still have the centrifuges to take their fissile material and make a warhead.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that you had seen the intel on that.
We have a basement, an underground room in the Senate that's we call it the SCIF. It's completely secure. You leave all your electronics outside, and I've been briefed, all of us have, by Rubio, by Secretary Heads.
Oh, so Jubio is the one that briefed you on this. Okay, well, a lot of that makes sense now. Marco Jubio actually briefed him.
Seth, by Secretary Rubio, the Joint Chiefs, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs.
And do you trust those guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. John Ratcliffe from the CIA. I trust every single one of them.
Amen. Okay. Yeah. I'm not in the space. So it's like, it's from our perspective, just as a regular person, you just see all of this stuff and it seems like so one way. It seems like you were saying, like, you feel like the truth comes through and you know what it is, right? Like we were saying in the beginning or whatever, like what we see and perceive is, okay, this is real, or this is earnest or whatever, it's like, that's the way that a lot of it seems.
Well,
let me get this note real quick before you go, and sorry to interrupt you.
That's okay.
This is here. In a controversial deal, Israel's government under Benjamin Netanyahu supported Qatar's payments to Hamas for many years in hope that it would turn Hamas into an effective counterweight to the Palestinian Authority and prevent the establishment of a Palestinian state. So maybe there was some funding, but it wasn't clear on what it was for.
Well, if they gave aid, there's a footnote there. I don't know the authority for that.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
If they gave aid through Qatar to try to help the people of Gaza, so they wouldn't join up with Hamas, that's a different thing from them.
Yeah.
Why would they have to do that through Qatar? Why can't they just give it directly to the Palestinians? The entire thing just falls apart when you ask a couple of questions. All right, guys, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think of John Kennedy? This is how they all think, by the way. This is how they think publicly. We don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. We can, guess. We can postulate on how they think and what they feel. But this is their public face. They all come together when it comes to this. All right, I'll catch you guys in the comment section.